Hello everyone, I'm Tyler Holland with Alternative Country Magazine, and today I'm with artist Jay Clayton.
Howdy.
So man, tell us how you first got involved with music.
Well, I'll tell you, when I was, let's say 13 years old, I saw an old tape that my parents had of Garth Brooks live in Central Park. When I saw that concert, I knew that music was what I wanted to do. And then I saw Garth's fiddle player, Jimmy Mattingly, just like tearing it up there on stage, and then all of a sudden I had that little switch flip, like, I don't want to be Garth Brooks. I want to be Jimmy Mattingly, the fiddle player. So that was what got me into playing music in the first place, was seeing that Garth Brooks concert and wanting to play the fiddle. So
nice.
Yeah.
And you still playing the fiddle today?
Yeah, fiddle is my favorite instrument. Yep.
Awesome. And what other instruments do you play?
I play, we stopped counting on the instruments because it's, up over 30 by now, but just anything with strings or keys. So fiddle, dobro, banjo, mandolin, all the different types of guitars, different instruments from overseas. I play like a sitar and an oud. We have all kinds of stuff with keys like accordions and stuff like that as well, plus all the pianos and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's absolutely incredible. What are some of your favorite highlights of your career?
Well, I've got to play on the Grand Ole Opry and the Ryman Auditorium. Got to play over 40 times on those stages, so I absolutely love that. That's definitely been a highlight. I've also, in 2009, I was a fiddle player for a band that was opening the whole tour for Brad Paisley, and we got to do a show at Madison Square Garden in New York City, so that was awesome. So those are two of the biggest highlights so far.
Yeah, that seems super exciting. I've been wanting to go to Madison Square Garden for a while now.
Oh, it's huge. Yep.
So you've released an album, correct?
Yeah, I've had 3 albums out so far. I had an instrumental album, then we had a holiday album that we put out during the latter part of one of the years, kind of some holiday, seasonal, snowtime music. And then a couple of years ago, actually last year, we put out a album full vocals and everything, songs like what you hear on the radio, and we had a song called What Not to Do that made it up into the 50s out on country radio off of that album. It's called By the Light of the Moon is the name of the album.
Awesome. And what is the single of your album?
The single is What Not to Do, and that's the single we had out that charted up and went up into the 50s, so we're very happy with that and ready for some new music.
Cool.
Yeah.
And do you plan to perform anywhere soon?
Yeah, we've got a couple of shows coming up here in Nashville. We have a showcase type event that we're going to be doing over at 3rd and Lindsley on Tuesday night, the 18th of this month. So I'm definitely looking forward to that, and got a couple of friends going to be over there with me, like Miss Jenny Tolman, who's going to be over there. She's fantastic. So come on out and check that out if you can. Tuesday night, the 18th.
Coming from Missouri, how did you get your start in Nashville?
Well, I played in a lot of bands growing up around Missouri, Iowa, Illinois, Kansas, stuff like that. And I got in with this band named TNT and the Dynamite Cowboys, and they were from Central Illinois. And we were the house band at this place called Nashville North. And we were the opening act for all the national acts that would come through. And so we did that for several months, and after all these different artists coming in and seeing me play, my name kind of started coming back to Nashville with them. And I got a call one day from the Oak Ridge Boys, and they were like, we need somebody to fill in playing fiddle and steel for us for a few shows. So I was like, okay. I was 19 years old, so I packed up my bags and come down here and played for them for a few shows. And when that ended, I got picked up by Miss Tanya Tucker, and I played fiddle, steel guitar, dobro, banjo, mandolin, piano, and a few other things here and there during Christmas shows and stuff like that. I was with her for 6 years, from the time I was 20 till 26. So.
Cool. And that's how you started getting involved with the Grand Ole Opry and all these other top country artists.
Yeah, once you start working for one and do a really good job with one, your name kind of spreads, and you kind of get picked up by some other people asking you to do the same kind of thing.
Yeah, it's all about the networking.
You got that, yes.
So I hear that there's a special producer on your solo album, is that correct?
Yeah, the guy that normally produces my albums with me, Rob Daniels, he has a beautiful little beagle dog named Dia, and she was around for most all the production on my holiday album, and she had a lot of input on that one, so she is the executive producer on that album.
Oh, that's really adorable.
Yeah,
so I
cool.
assume that you're very passionate with animals.
Yeah, I grew up on a farm in Missouri. We raised all kinds of animals, from the Missouri mule to donkeys and horses and chickens and all kinds of livestock. So animals have always been near and dear to my heart. So, when we're out on the road, we try to stop off at as many humane society shelters and stuff like that we can, just to help bring awareness to get some of these beautiful animals, out of the cages and into a loving home.
Right. I actually lived on a farm myself, and so I know that, from experience, that every little bit helps.
Oh, it's awesome. Yep, farm life is great.
So, This is a guitar, right?
No, this is an instrument called a dobro.
And what is a dobro exactly?
Well, it is a failed attempt from the 1800s to make a regular guitar louder. And it didn't make it louder, it just made it sound different. So instead of sounding like a normal guitar, you sound like this. So it's a little bit different of a sound. Didn't make it louder, just changed the tone.
Right. And would you mind playing a demo for us?
Sure.
You were very talented.
Thank you. It's a very fun instrument.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. We've really enjoyed having you here with us today.
It's been a blast.
Everyone, I'm Tyler Holland with Alternative Country Magazine, and this is Jake Clayton, and we'll see you next time.
Hey everybody, this is Jake Clayton with Alternative Country Magazine. You can check out all of my stuff out there on the World Wide Web at jakeclayton.com. There's links to all my stuff there, or you can check out all my other social sites at The Jake Clayton.
I'm trying to figure out. Okay. That was nice. All right.
Cut.